Welcome to more Genshin Impact. Today we're going to be making our way through the Chenyu Vale, I think, main story? Because I want to be able to explore more. Like, there's this whole area that I can't get to that I assume you get access to through the main story of Chenyu Vale. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. I had already found this cave off screen, so you're not going to see my interaction with the little kid going into the cave. This is not the team I want. I use this team when I'm fighting, what is it, the Hydro Tulpa, which I was doing yesterday. Trying to finish off my Farina.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
But I never switched back to the team I like using most right now, so. Where am I going? Is it down here? Yeah, it's down here. I found this when I was looking for treasure chests. It said there was a treasure chest down here, and then it triggered like a whole cutscene, and it was, yeah. This little kid is here. What huge claw marks and paw prints? Like some huge wild beast left them behind. Yeah, huge, right? Hello, treasure chest. It was probably this treasure chest.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
I didn't go in further because I was like, I don't want to trigger more of the story. You still camp here, you're incredible, but you still need to stay safe. It's fine, my friend will protect me. Oh, hello.
Gather.
Another treasure chest, okay. I think I was supposed to move the turtle onto one of the things. No, I want my treasure chest. This is it. It's the clue I wanted to show you before, right here. What onto that is that? It's so covered in moss that Paimon can't make heads or tails of it. There wasn't any moss the last time I came here. No need to worry, little Mao. It's so humid here that it's no wonder there's moss growing everywhere. Must be a way to clear it away. But first, my treasure chest, thank you.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
Woohoo! I got rid of the moss somehow. Look, Storm, look. It's a scene of ancient people attending a festival and performing a ritual. Pretty different from the festivals we have today, huh? Although the grown-ups in the city and the village all say that the Lord of Geo was the first to arrive in Chenyu Vale, I've heard that the people in the picture actually got here even earlier than he did. People back then used to throw bits of magic jade into the river, and they'd float along until they sank to the bottom. They saw it as a way to guarantee good weather, prevent the river from flooding, and ensure that the soil would be fertile. Based on what we previously discussed, I'm guessing that Chenyu Vale will only be fixed after we found some jade that was thrown into the river in ancient times. That makes sense, doesn't it? Wow, you're so knowledgeable. Was your friend also the one who told you these stories? These legends are fascinating. Yep, and everyone will be really blessed and live happily ever after and all that. But I much prefer hearing her stories about ancient wars and battles. She told me that the warriors back then were all giants who were over 10 feet tall. The warriors of Chenyu Vale were covered in tattoos, and they had these massive jade axes that could chop a person in half in the blink of an eye. And the Millelith, led by none other than the Lord of Geo himself, were even tougher. They clad themselves in suits of armor that weighed over 1,000 pounds and fought with 100-pound spears. Apparently, everyone was at war back then, so much so that Bishui River turned crimson red. Later on, the mountains to the south became full of ghosts from that era. Even now, those who wander through the mountains might still be able to catch their singing of the wind. Ugh. I don't think these stories are meant for kids. Yeah, it sounds terrifying. Hautes montants? Right. You shouldn't dwell on this stuff all the time. There's no way grown-ups would tell us these stories. They always say we're too young to hear them, that they'll turn us rotten and stuff like that. But I'm old enough already. Hearing a story is not going to turn me into a monster. Besides, there aren't many adults still around who know these stories anyway. If my friend hadn't told me, I wouldn't even have known the stories about this picture. Okay, fine then. Guess we'll move on. So, the grown-ups were right to say that those ancient people threw the jade into the river from somewhere high up, but where exactly? And where did all the jade float off to? Well, it must have sunk to the bottom, right? It's not that simple. If it was thrown in somewhere upriver, and even if it sank to the bottom, it would still be pushed downriver by the currents, let alone after so many years. Besides, I've never heard talk of any ancient ritual jade being found upriver. Chenyu Vale is a small place after all. If there had been such rumors, everyone would already know about them. You know so much. Your future scholar material for sure. I cannot speak today. But what if I don't want to be a scholar? They don't earn much mora, and it sounds like no fun. I mean, doesn't Alhaitham have money? Alhaitham has good money. They become a traveler, just like us. What could be more fun than adventuring around the world? Seeing as we now know the site of the rain jade rites, what should we do next? He's just moving right on past what Paimon said. Let's observe how the river flows. If we want to see how the river flows, maybe it would be a good idea to try the tall watchtower over at Yilong Wharf. You're a clever one, Miss Paimon. Of course. Okay, let's head out. All right, let's go. Oh, they took me there. Whatever. Look, from up here you can clearly see how the water moves faster through those narrows, then slows down again as the river widens out. The jade must have stopped there. We should find what we're looking for there. Wow, you're such a real whiz kid. Paimon's been wondering though, what's that massive thing in the distance? Oh, is that a challenge on the left that I haven't done yet? That huge thing is the Jade Mouth, a legendary jade ring that an Adeptus threw into the water. Oh, but the river curves around there, so the current should actually speed up. But the river gradually gets wider there. Yeah, so the rapid flow around the bend might have resulted in things being deposited along the convex bank where it widens, so there's actually a good chance that the jade is at the bottom of the river somewhere around Jade Mouth. Of course, that's assuming that the course of the river hasn't been artificially altered. Not to mention, there's a fisherman's legend that goes something like, "Jade shall rise from sunken mouth," or something like that. Anyway, let's go over and take a look around first. Compared to Little Mao, Paimon feels like she's completely out of her depth. It's because my friend is amazing. She knows everything there is to know about the mountains, and she's taught me loads too. That's how I learned so much. What are these choices? Sorry, Paimon, you just need better friends? No, don't worry too much about it, Paimon. I'm not gonna throw myself under the bus as Paimon's best friend, hello? Yeah, that's right. Paimon has lots of other strengths. Whatever the case, let's go down and get on a bamboo raft. Yeah, Jade Mouth, here we come. that direction? Where's this challenge that I haven't done? Is that all the way down there? Well, I haven't gotten this money. Hold on. I want my money. My money. Offer incense? What am I doing? This is the thing we're doing right now. I love that this is a timed thing that I have literally no control over the pace of. I'm sorry, 20 out of 60? Where am I going? Hello? Oh, that way? Okay. I did not see that. Activate? Oh, okay. Where are we going? Okay, well, that was the thing we did. It's another challenge over there that I haven't done. I'm not gonna lie, we're already over here. I'm already gonna have to go all the way back. So I might as well do my challenge and feel better about life. There's a blue thing over there somewhere. Every time I feel like I've explored this area pretty well, I haven't. I just haven't. Okay. This is another 45.1. So large. Where are we going? 33 out of 45 though. Oh, there's the blue thing. That's nice. Okay.
Unsolicited, and all the more valuable for it.
I've definitely spoken to her, because you can talk to her about Dr. Baiju. How did I not notice that challenge when I was over here talking to her? I don't know. But I need to get back over here. We're getting there. I'm a-going. Slowly but surely. It's gonna happen. Probably. But at least we got 2 more treasure chests out of it. And 2 more challenges. I don't care about someone's notes. What is this, though? I don't know. Need to go back that way. Yo. Someone coming aboard? Wait, is that little Mao? Come, I'll take you. We return to our regularly scheduled program. All right, boatman, take us to the Jade Mouth. All right, Jade Mouth it is. The other two, you're tourists? Well, if you're here for sightseeing, there's not many... Okay. You could say that, Mr. Boatman. Are there any stories about the Jade Mouth that I haven't heard before? Knowing you and how much you love your stories, kiddo, you must have heard them all by now. Tell me more. All right then. Well, I've heard it mentioned that the Jade Mouth was left behind by Rex Lapis when he marched through here to save the people of Chenyu Vale. Legend has it that to prevent a naval advance from downstream, the local adepti... You're making it up as you go again, Gramps. There's no way that Liu's Navy captain came up this river. I've heard that the Jade Mouth was formed by a piece of jade left behind by a giant carp. In those days, a baddie god tried to redirect the river to drown the Millilith stationed on both of the banks in Chenyu Vale, but a giant white snake and a giant carp, who were her subordinates, disobeyed her orders. She threw the jades she wore here, the jades pinned the river down, and ever since we've had no more floods, and everyone can live peaceful lives on both sides of the river. You might understand a lot, kiddo, but you haven't seen much. Take a closer look. There aren't any crops. See, after it was pinned down by the jades, it's true that the river hasn't flooded, but that's also meant it hasn't been able to provide irrigation for crops. So, such a river leaves no sustenance for the earth on its banks. And of course, that also means no people living peaceful lives on both of its sides. Emma gets it now. But did you just say that the Adepti were resisting the Lord of Geo, Little Mao? That's how it was all that time ago. Some people believe that the first Lord of all Liyue was Rex Lapis, but in Chenyu Vale, we believe that before he came, there were other gods and Adepti who protected our ancestors. I've heard Grandpa Lu say that the tea ceremony is actually for the Carp Adeptus who planted our first tea tree. Oh, but aren't those Adepti meant to be the baddies? They were serving under a baddie god, after all. In some stories, they're the baddies, while in others, they're the goodies. But it was all such a long, long time ago. Even the grown-ups don't remember much, so they always try to bluff me. Talking about that friend of yours again, how can such supernatural beings be held to our simple codes of right and wrong? As far as we're concerned, all the forces that have ever blessed and protected this land deserve our offerings. There you go again. All right then, time to get off. We're here. Thanks, Gramps. As the river breeze okay, I'm not reading that. We're here. This is the Jade Mouth. Such a huge hunk of jade, and even the other pieces on it are massive. Whoever it was that threw it down, Adeptus or not. Okay. Adepti come in all shapes and sizes. They could be as tall as the clouds or small enough to hide amidst pool and leaf. Where am I meant to go? Up here. Well, here's the Jade Mouth, but how are we going to find all the jade underwater? So that's how it is. The spring's cries ripple through the valves. The shrines depart from northeast shores. The heights and shallows in the southwest hide, sun and earth from each other divide. The eternal whirlpool that never churns, the beautiful jade concealed within. What's that little mouse singing about? It sounds pretty complicated. It's one of our local folk songs. I heard an old granny singing it as she was gathering herbs. It means if you look out from the center of the river to the banks on either side, you'll see two stone shrines hidden to the northeast and the southwest. These shrines keep the mighty whirlpool in the center suppressed. Paimon understood that last bit. So the jade is all hidden beneath the whirlpool? Yep, sounds like we're going treasure hunting. Hooray. But the area between the northeast and southwest is so huge. After all, in a broad sense, the northeast and southwest of Jademouth can include pretty much the whole world. You're always thinking outside the box, Miss Paimon, but there's no need to worry. I already have an idea where the shrines will be because, well, my friend told me. Come on, let's roll. I have a question. Does anyone else think a giant maelstrom suddenly appearing here might not be too great? Oh, yeah. Won't that mean that boats will no longer be able to sail in and out of Yulong Wharf? Oh, don't worry about that. My friend told me that once we're done, what we need to beneath, the whirlpool will disappear completely. Otherwise, how would all the old boatmen carry on making a living? Wow, so it's not just a smart whirlpool, but a considerate one to boot. Let's get going then. We're just taking him at his word. We're like, are we about to cause irreparable ecological damage to this place? And he's just like, no, my friend told me it'll be fine. Okay, well, if your friend said so, then I guess it really must be, fine. Am I going up? I think I am. Oh, I haven't done this one? Interesting. Aha. How about we try using the adeptal energy? Yeah, I know. We've got to go diagonal. I can see that. My pine cones. Oh, thank you. Wow, you're amazing. Even my friend couldn't do anything about these shrines. You got that right. I don't know that what I did was so amazing, but if that's what you want to believe, then yeah. I'm pretty dang amazing. Paimon said something, but I truly do not know what it was. I was just here and none of you here were here.
A new job.
A new job.
Right now, emerge.
Settle down.
Instead of a new test subject? Interesting. Oh, hi. There's more of you.
Humble.
A hunter
You got.
becomes a hunted.
Bow your
There are so many of you guys.
Picked the wrong test subject.
That was a lot. Wow, she's really right about you.
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now.
It's legally mine now. Who's gonna fight the traveler over treasure, though? Really? Oh, it's magically nighttime. Huh, we haven't seen the whirlpool from the song yet. What should we do next? How about giving that adeptal energy of yours a try, Storm? Try using adeptal energy. I'm just slowly descending. Oh, quick look! The whirlpool's appeared.